Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the preacher. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I have never, ever been a step parent, and I will never be a step parent. Step parenting is nothing I desire to be. Never have, never will. Mm-mm. And that's the reason why in my past, I was married twice, and both times I was their first wife because I don't do the step parent game at all. And so, my advice to step parents, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. You are there to support the family, whether you're a man or a woman. Once you marry someone with children, you are there to be supportive. You are not there to dominate, take over, overstep. None of that. None of that. And when you're done and you break up with the parent, the blood parent, be done with the entire family. You should not have anything to do with the children. Once you're done with their parent, leave the children alone. My second husband, my kid's stepfather, he crossed so many lines. It's like he had no boundaries in our life. Even after he left, he is still connected to almost everybody in our life, to the point where me and my children cannot even be connected to these people. I'm talking my own blood family, the closest blood family I can have. So, again, step parents, stay in your lane. There are some things that just does not have anything to do with you. It just really doesn't. And if you can't handle that, then you don't need to be in that position at all. My ex-husband was so foul, so dirty, so out of pocket. And everybody cheered him on, supporting him, and pushed me to the curb. But thank God I have my kids and grandkids. If I don't ever have anyone else for the rest of my life but my kids and grandkids, I will be satisfied because he almost destroyed that too. Thank God he did it. Thank God he keeps his promises. Most High is a promise keeper. I am a believer and I have faith and it won't be shaken. If that second marriage couldn't knock me off my spiritual square, I don't believe anything can. I will never believe anything can. Thank God I've never been a step parent. I've been an adoptive parent, and I had to let those adopted kids go right on with him because he taught him his ways. He taught them his mindset, and they believe him. And so thank God I was strong enough to let them go right with them. And I'm not holding on to anyone that my ex had anything to do with. I have let everyone go that he has touched, except my daughters and my grandkids. They belong to me. Thank Most High for bringing them back. It was a struggle, and it took a lot of prayer and patience and love and respect for my kids because I understood I was the one that put them in harm's way. I was the one that put them in his hands. And it was my job to make sure I got them back. No matter how bad I looked, no matter, it just didn't matter. And now that Most High has restored my babies to me, I ain't gonna do anything ever again. Screw it up. Because I almost lost my babies to a creep. And he's still reaching out to one of my daughters. The other one he cut off a long time ago when she let me back in the house. He had it set up where he wouldn't even let me in my home. My home. But one day, he called me and said, let her in. Like I was some dog in the street or something. My daughter let me in my own home. And we've been together ever since. And she ain't heard from him since. Once he said, let her in, she ain't heard from him since. But he was such a stepdad, right? Whatever. The same daughter he touched and stole her girlfriend. That's how much evil he has over people's minds. And thank God that my other daughter made it back with me and the kids, made it back to me with the kids because he had, behind my back, married her off to someone that we didn't know well enough. And this man almost tried to kill my daughter, you know? And so now that, yeah, the ex left us, walked out on us 5 years ago, but he was trying to hold on to my daughters, steal them from me. And I said, oh, no, Lord, no, Lord, no, Lord. I went undercover. I did what I had to do, y'all. And both my daughters are back in my life and all my grandkids. Only Most High could do something like that. Because I couldn't. I couldn't. That man's evil grip was so strong, turned to everybody against me. Even my best girlfriend from ninth grade, he even stole her. She was on his Facebook page cheering him on. Oh, happy for him and his new white woman. She was so happy for him. When I realized just how happy she was for him, after she knew all that he put me through, I was like, well, damn. Well, damn. They go my whole bloodline family and my best friend. He got everybody, y'all. Everybody. But I got my daughters. I got my daughters. Hey, hey. I got what's mine. And thank God we were able to have a home anyway. And only Most High could do that, y'all. Only Most High. Because where I come from, the women end up with nothing. Nothing. Just brokenness. Thank God that my daughters and I can rebuild our lives in a home we own. We had to fight for it, though. We had to fight for it. And like I said, thank God for the sugar baby that helped. Thank God for the ugly, fat looking white woman he married, the Bree baby, homewrecker. Thank God for her too, for stealing him. Just getting him out of our damn way. Ooh, Lord. Because I was bound, y'all. I was so depressed and so disgusted with myself. This man touched my baby. He molested my baby while treating me like a fucking porn star or something. Completely bound and ugh, just disgusted with myself. But I could not let how I felt rob me and my kids of everything that I had worked for. I worked my ass off to have a family, y'all. I worked my ass off. I didn't do anything to deserve all that he put us through. Was I perfect? No. Did I make mistakes? Yes. But did I ever do anything to deserve all that he put us through? Because he didn't understand boundaries. He had no respect and he was creepy, you know? Step parents. So far, it's been more evil when it comes to step parenting from what I've observed, not only in my life, but in many, many other people's lives. That step parent thing don't work. Are there some families that it's, a blessing and it works? Of course. But I think those are far and few between. For the most part, step parenting just don't work. There is no real blueprint for it. There's no real, um, there's even no real biblical reference to it, really. There may be a few stories in there, possibly, but for the most part, it's not. Maybe somebody died, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I am. I'm not really for the step parent thing. Mm-mm. Those step parents tend to ruin the current kids. They ruin them, and then their own kids. They really don't care about them either. They don't. My sons don't realize what their father did. They don't know the level of damage he did. They think, well, dad just broke up with your mom. Get over it. Everybody else does. That's how they look at it. My daughters and I, we look at it on a more spiritual level. We see the spiritual damage and setback he caused on our family. It's not that things just didn't work out. No, this man was evil and we endured. And I'm thankful. Click like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Bless your girl with a love offering if you're so inquired to, or, my PayPal is Dr. Leisha the Preacher, just like my channel. Thanks for being supportive and listening to my stories, my crazy stories. One day you will hear me on a much greater scale, hopefully, a much greater platform. But if not, hey, I'm still telling. I have to speak to stay alive. All the silence and all the covering and sacrificing and all that stuff was killing me. And I'm glad my daughter is speaking up and speaking out about what happened to her and how she feel about how people make her feel, what people have done to her, how she perceive it. If they can't handle it, that's them. She's doing what she got to do to maintain her mental health because of what her stepfather did to her. And it's not that I was the perfect parent and didn't do anything, And it's not that her real father was the perfect parent and didn't do anything. That's not the point. That step parent went way too far. He touched her and stole her lover. That's way too far. Some step parents just don't deserve it. Don't deserve it. He never deserved children. He never deserved my kids nor the adopted ones, ever. And Bree, baby, all I can do is pray for you. I never met you and don't want to, but all I can do is pray for you because you have no idea what you stole. Well, by now you might, but all I can do is pray. You all be blessed. Have a great day. I pray that my testimonies, my stories will be some type of insight for you, will help you to avoid the things that I've gone through, if at all possible. But if not, then you know you can endure because I have. Thank you for listening and stay tuned in.